Hey y'all, Knife Detector here, and I wanted to show you this beautiful knife, and this is a Remington Forester model, okay? I love these types of knives, and let me tell you why. They're very simple. It's one blade, just like that, easy to grip, handle's not too thick, not too thin, fits perfectly in your hand. Most of these types of knives that I've seen are just perfect for me. I love using these types of knives. This particular one was made in 2013, and this is called the Forester model from Remington. When I bought it off of eBay. I did pay for this knife. However, I did not pay $69 like it's indicated in the box. I ended up paying $40. When I received it, I was a little disappointed because even though I bought it as new, I did notice that somebody had previously handled it and dropped it. And so I found a dent right there, which usually shouldn't be there. And so I can tell right away somebody just dropped that knife. It didn't look like it was a factory imperfection. It looks like somebody dropped it. Then guess what? I've been using it for a few months now, and I dropped it. So I dropped the knife, and I put a very nice little chip in this beautiful saw cut red bone handle. And that's what this is. It's a saw cut red bone handle. And those saw cut ripples right there are really nice on the hand so that you can get a good grip on that knife. I really like that silver bullet. This is the Remington bullet models. They make knives with this beautiful silver bullet emblem that they have right there. And usually these do go for a pretty penny. You saw the price earlier for $69. I ended up getting this for $40. So as a result of me dropping it and putting that nice little chip in it, like I tell you, I do use my knives. It's got a little bit of holster wear there because I made a sheath for it. I put this lanyard on it, or I put this lanyard I made for it. It's very simple. It's just some wooden beads that I put together that I had lying around the house with this leather tie that I used. And the purpose for that is twofold. So that if I have it in my pocket, I can just pull it out easier. And I also made this sheath for it because sometimes when I have a knife that I really like, I make a sheath for it. So I made this side draw sheath for it. I made it really quick. Probably put it all together in like 15 minutes. And then, of course, it took more time to get that to mold to the shape of the knife. But pretty much had it together, not 15 minutes, I'm sorry, more like about an hour. And then after the stitching is what took the longest. And it's not the most perfect stitching in the world. It wasn't done by a machine. It was done by hand, by me. I didn't put everything I had into it. I kind of wanted something that I could use here in the house or out and about when I'm outside working on the yard or when I'm out with my family. And I wanted to make sure that I could draw it out when I needed it. So I put a lanyard on it so that I can just pull it out. As you can see, it fits it pretty well. And this is a side draw holster. So I wear this on my belt sideways. And it's a pretty simple design. I kind of came up with it super quick, but it gets the job done. And that's what... to me, knives are all about just getting the job done, right? It's a tool that you use, and if it looks nice, well, then great. I do use my knives, so I expect this one is going to get a lot of use, especially this weekend. When I do some yard work, I'm probably going to bump into stuff, trees, branches. I'm going to use a weed eater, lawnmower, and do some trimming on the trees. It's been raining a lot over here. We had a tropical depression that came south of Mexico and up into southern Texas where I live. It's been giving us a lot of rain, so my property is pretty much overgrown. So I have a lot of work to do this weekend, and I'm going to be carrying this bad boy with me and probably a couple of other things. And wanted to share this with you since it's my lunch break. I'm so fortunate that I get to come home for lunch because I only work about 5 minutes away. So during my lunch break, I decided, let me make a quickie video. And just a little bit more about this knife. This is a solid knife, guys. It comes from Remington. Really very sharp. Sharp enough, you know. I've already been doing a little bit of cutting with it. Mostly boxes, taped envelopes, boxes, things like that. Some rope, some twine. Like I said, I have been using it, and so because I have been using it, just like it happens with all of our knives, we tend to drop them or bump into something while we're wearing it, and it puts a dent in it. Some holster wear here, or some tarnish wear from the holster. It just happens, but these are tools. They're meant to be used. And so far, this knife has performed fantastically. I really like this knife, guys. I highly recommend it. And you'll notice that when I really like something, I tend to make things for it. I tend to, how can I put this? I tend to embellish it a little bit. In this case, I made that holster for it, and I also made this little lanyard for it so that I can grip it a little bit better in my pocket so that I won't drop it again. So in any case, this is Knife Detector saying that if you're new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and share. In my channel, I make knife videos, mostly knife videos. I have some firearm videos, mostly knife videos. And I make videos about knives that, people may not know about. People that you're into knives. You might see knives on my channel that you saw when you were a kid, that maybe your dad had, or your uncle, or your brother, and maybe knives you haven't seen for years, but are still out there and you've forgotten about. So check out all my videos. You might see some very cool knives in there that are vintage. Now, I don't do all vintage. I also do unique knife videos. This is one of those. This is not that vintage. It's from 2013. I also have some videos on some knives that are just really cool. And also videos on Japanese pocket knives. And I'm going to be making a video pretty soon on a Japanese pocket knife that most people have forgotten about. And I hope you guys watch that one too. So until then, this is Knife Detector signing off, saying I hope you guys are going to have a fantastic weekend. And I'm going to go ahead and finish my lunch. So God bless you. Have a wonderful weekend and take care.